Hey, it's Kurt again with LifterLMS. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about something that's really important, but often overlooked until you're way down the road. And that is media file management. You see, when you host your website online, there's a server that is taking the information that you put into the system and conveying that so that an end user can see it. So that displays on the end for the end user. Now, if we use file sizes that are really large, it's going to take more processing power and more time to show that end result to the user. So what we want to focus on is using lightweight, smaller file sizes that serve more quickly, that perform better on the platform, and give the end user access to the content more quickly. And we can take a look at the media that we put in our website and without interfering with the quality of the imagery that we show our end user can increase the performance. Let me show you how. We take a look at our WordPress website and we go directly to the media file. You'll see what we have in there from before. We have our logo and the file that we linked to our homepage. Let's go ahead and add a couple of more files. This one's going to be unique because what you're going to see pop up here in just a moment are two identical looking pictures. The first one that is in the system that loaded up is a PNG. So a PNG is one type of file that you can have for an image. In this example, we have a wide and tall image. It's 1600 pixels by 900 pixels, and it's 1 megabyte all by itself. Now, if we were to close this down and go to the other picture that we loaded up, which is identical in appearance, we'll see that this is a JPEG. A JPEG file size is much more condensed than a PNG file size. So we see the same 1600 pixels by 900 pixels. So we have the same large picture, but our file size is greatly reduced because the file type we used was PNG to JPEG. So whenever possible, if you have a PNG image that you want to use in your website, you want to convert that to a JPEG so the file size is smaller. Now, some uses where you might want to use a PNG over a JPEG would very much be a situation where you have a transparent background. Like let's say you have words on a transparent background and you just want to put those words like hovering over a gradient background or something. Well, in that case, you need the transparent background. So the PNG is the right file size to choose. But there are a lot of instances where PNGs get generated from Photoshop or from other types of imagery software programs. And in cases where you don't need the benefit of the transparent background or absolutely need a PNG, I would recommend converting those images to at least a JPEG to save the processing power on the back end and the bandwidth so that your website serves more quickly and with a higher degree of performance to your end user. The other thing about media management is to remember that while WordPress does have the capability to upload audio or even video to the media files, it's something that we kind of warn people not to do on a regular basis. If you have a podcast, for example, it would be better to embed the podcast feed from the podcast distribution source than it would be to put that audio file directly in your WordPress website. Same with video. If you have video that you're using for your courses, for your lessons, or inside your web pages, it's much better to have those videos hosted somewhere else on a server that is specifically designed for video, like YouTube, Wistia, Vimeo, something like that, that is specifically engineered to host video, and then embed those videos into your website. I hope that helps, and I hope that you have a great project built inside your WordPress.